Hey everyone, this is Norman.
And Debbie.
And we're here at week 7 of the legislative session, and this week there were quite a few losses. We're going to start with a few of them. First of all, let's do 1167.
All right, so on Monday, 1167 was on the floor. There was a really good debate. And 1167 is the parental rights restoration bill that dealt with school counselors being able to communicate with parents when their child was attending a counseling session. Unfortunately, the bill died 30 to 37.
The next one, so we talked to you earlier about a couple of video lottery bills. Well, there was a third one this week in committee. This one just simply set up a fund, the Repeal and Recovery Fund, and then capped the amount of money each year that we're going to spend. So put it, for example, at 115 million. Then if the state brings in 117 million, the extra goes into the fund for future use only if video lottery is repealed. And that one died in committee this week as well.
Yes, and then yesterday, Wednesday, was the ban on commercial surrogacy, which was House Bill 1096. That was in Senate Health and Human Services. We had the whole committee hearing to hear proponent and opponent testimony, and it was compelling on both sides. I have never seen a committee that was so absolutely frozen. They didn't know what to do. It was such a close vote. We ultimately lost 3-4, but there were several legislators who just really were torn.
Yeah.
And so even though we did not go forward this year, we felt that we were able to educate many, many people about this issue, and we know it will be coming back.
Yep, we'll be keeping looking into the issue. Then this morning we had 1232 in committee, which set up a fund for certain adoption expenses to be reimbursed, mostly through private adoptions and things like that. And that bill failed this morning in committee as well. And then mandatory reporters next, right?
Yeah.
So then today on the floor, it'll probably be debated by the time this video is posted, so we'll put the vote count on the bottom. But it's House Bill 1212, which is the mandatory reporter bill, which adds clergy to the list of mandatory reporters if there's suspect of child abuse or neglect, which the cause is very noble. And so we definitely empathize with the supporters of the bill, but we definitely have concerns because it crosses a line between church and state. So it's essentially compelling the speech of a pastor. Even though it's potentially useful speech, it's still concerning because it crosses that line. And it puts a pastor, a priest, a bishop, potentially in the position where they would have to choose between a sacred promise and a state requirement. And so it's really not a line that we want to cross right now, even though the cause is noble. So those are a few of the losses and challenges we've had this week, but as we look forward, there's still a few bright spots on the horizon.
Yes, on Monday, House Bill 1195 passed, and that is the bill that gives a pregnant mom with an addiction problem an affirmative defense to certain charges. And so that bill is to help women, encourage them to get treatment. That will not only help the mom, but it will help the baby. So that bill passed with only one no vote, and it will be heard on Monday in Senate State Affairs. So we're looking forward to testifying in favor of that bill.
Yep. So there's still a few things we're wrapping up here at the Capitol, and we're starting to get the details put together for our legislative report events as well. So that'll be, I believe, the last day of March and the first couple days of April. We're looking at Rapid City and Sioux Falls for sure. We may be able to do Aberdeen and Mitchell, but stay posted for details about that, and we'll keep in touch. But you can check everything out at fhaaction.org for more information, and keep in touch, everybody.